I mean, you could say the same thing about Battlestar Galactica. Battlestar Galactica was way better.
That was so good. Yeah, Battlestar Galactica is way better.
Way better.
Now, are you talking about the reboot? Are you talking about
the ones with Starla?
Yes.
What's her name? Katie Stackoff.
Kara Thrace, Starbuck. Yeah.
Yes, she is the best fucking character.
Yeah,
I love that
show. My God, that show! Like I started watching it, and from like you said, from the pilot in, I was
just
sucked
hooked.
in. I was like,
for at least 3 seasons.
Yeah. I actually even liked the ending. I was okay. I know a lot of people were not happy with the ending. I was okay with it. I was okay. It could have been better, but it was still very good. And the acting was top notch. The filming was top notch. The space battle shit was so cool because it took physics into actual consideration. And oh man, it was so good. Battlestar Galactica was great. Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Geeked and Jacked. I'm your host, Gonzalo Herrero, and with me, my co-host, Dr. Todd Lee, in the house.
What's up, guys?
And we are going to talk about some fun stuff today. Today, we're going to talk about, there's a couple nerd news that, we always riff on, so we can chat into that. But what we're going to talk about is top sci-fi movies that got the future right, and then the top movies that got it wrong. And we're going to have fun with both. So, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do this thing. So first, nerd news. I did not know this. Chris Nolan, Chris Nolan, Interstellar, Dark Knight, all that stuff. He's filming apparently his version of the Odyssey. And it's like a super duper version. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I just found out about this today. I know no details other than it's already in film. It's being filmed right now. So I'm kind of excited about that because that dude, that's a vision. That man has a vision.
I've got some nerd news for you. So you're probably familiar
me.
with the fact that Hasbro's shit canning everyone at Wizard of the Coast.
No.
And that they all left Dungeons and Dragons and most of them joined Critical Role. Well, one of them, the DEI girl, left to then go to the World of Darkness. And she's now the leader of the World of Darkness. So woke Pyre, which couldn't how they ruined Vampire by making it woke.
Right.
They got a girl who was in charge of the DEI of Dungeons and Dragons. She's the one who ruined Dungeons and Dragons and made it all woke. She's now went to Vampire to make it even woker for 6th edition.
Oh shit. So they're doubling down
on they're making it even less horror focused and more feelings focused than before. So they completely ruined it with the mechanics of 5th edition were a complete shit show. Mm-hmm. It was like the Gilmore Girls wrote the math. But at least they got some of the stuff from 4th edition and brought it in, like blood resonance. And they changed disciplines to make them trees rather than straight lines. But then they made the physical disciplines way overpowered in 5th edition so that they dominate over the whole game like live action.
Right.
But what's making it worse is now they're going to go, like they would, like in the Chicago book, they took out elders and Methuselahs. And put in neonates that were trans or non-binary. And then they capped every trait at 5 because the dice set came with 10 dice.
So
they're like, well, it's easier for the players to add up to 10 than go with numbers over 10. It's like, no, it's not. No, not unless you're a fucking moron. We've been playing with a trait cap of 10 for elders of 4th or 3rd generation for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
Now I think all of a sudden, all of the elders just have 5s and everything. That's so stupid.
Wow, that's such a weird nerf. What's the point?
And the rationale for it was because we only are selling 10 dice in the dice kit.
So not even like a story-based reason. Like we want the maybe the power gap between elders and neonates to not be quite as much. Not even that. It's not even like that's bad game design, bro.
It's the most sacrilegious thing ever.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that
that's
you let out of game shit come into in game. You metagamed, and you
yeah,
metagamed just to nerf people. It's like, how fucking stupid are you? You're the one selling the dice.
yeah.
If you make traits go above 10, for
Sell more
fuck's
sets of
sake,
dice.
who can't roll 10 dice, count your successes, then take 3 more dice and roll that? Like,
And even if you
it's not
don't,
like that.
sell more dice.
Right. Or if someone's so stupid that they can't add numbers together, they could buy more dice.
Yep. Yeah.
That was the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. So I lost all respect for White Wolf with that one sentence alone.
That's pretty bad.
Or they had their marketing girl write the Salubri. And it's like, and she'd never played the game in her life.
Oh shit! And that's not a clan that you can just jump into. It's not like an obvious clan, like
and she changed all the disciplines around. They had Auspex, Fortitude, Dominate,
right?
And
what
then
do they have now?
That's what they have now. They took away Obea, and they gave them Dominate. And the idea is that you dominate away their bad memories.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's
so you didn't. Okay, so I didn't realize you didn't know how bad they made 5th edition woke. I thought
because I always played 1st and 2nd edition. I never went beyond that.
Oh.
And the Mind's Eye Theater for a while.
Oh my God! So you never saw the shit fest that was 5th edition. Oh my God!
Like I read through it in books, like at a bookstore. Like glanced at it, and I'll be honest with you. Once I started reading through it, I'm like, this is not making sense at all.
Right. It is too weird. And the artwork's beautiful. The 5th edition artwork's beautiful. And some of the ideas are cool, like the fact that you have a predator type.
Right.
But it's like, obviously a girl wrote that because girls have types. Girls look at men as types. Guys don't look at girls as types. They don't have types. No guys like, oh, she's my type. No guys ever said that ever. Girls have types. So like when they're like, they have predator types, like I like to feed like this and I like to feed like that. Whereas guys would never think like that. They'd be like that. Oh, she's got blood. I've got fangs. I'm going to go get her blood.
Yeah.
And it's like, survive. Oh, she's sleeping. I'll feed on her when she's sleeping. Oh, that, I'm going to have a herd, but my herd's not around. So I'm just going to go beat up this bum in the alley and drink his blood. Yeah. So it's not like, oh, I'm an alley cat. I only like to get blood when I beat it out of someone. And then then I'm a siren. I only have blood when I have sex with someone. So
the predator type is not like the Ventru thing, like where like it's a specific type. I see. It's you.
But
it's you.
But it also, because you make it a character gen, it gives you 1 discipline point appropriate for that predator type. And you get skills and abilities based on that predator type.
Okay.
Wow. So if you're a Sandman, you might have Obfuscate. Right. Because you sneak up to people while they're sleeping and you feed on them. Yeah. Or if you're a Siren, you might have Presence.
Right.
Or if you're an Osiris, you might have Thaumaturgy or Presence. If you're a Scene Queen, you might have Dominate or Presence. So regardless of what your clan is, they give you 1 discipline.
Interesting.
Because you get 2 in one of your in-clans and 1 in another one of your in-clans, and then you get 1 from your predator type.
Okay. So, well, I can see you could have some fun with that, I guess.
Right. That makes sense, but I'm not saying it's bad. It's just clearly written by a girl.
Yeah, that's true. So, last movie news thing to share, and I think you probably will like this one too. Dune 3 starting production. So Dune Messiah, I guess they're going to do that.
So, is it really Dune 3 or is it the second Dune book?
So it's the second Dune book. It's Dune Messiah. It's going to be Dune Messiah.
Stupid. They should have called it Dune Part 1, Dune Part 2, and this should be called Dune 2.
Dune Messiah. 100%. But again, remember, audiences
are fucking stupid. Patients and audiences are fucking dumb. Oh man. Yep. You have to. The Dune is a very complex mythology.
Yeah, it's deep.
A lot of Star Wars was ripped off of Dune.
Oh, absolutely. And the whole concept, like
a lot of Warhammer 40K was ripped off of Dune too.
Some of it, for sure. There's definitely a huge influence there. The thing was originally a metaphor for like the Middle East and how that works out, and oil and That was the original.
Robert
concept.
Jordan stole the Aiel ways, and the Fremen is what were they called? The Aiel. Yeah, the Aiel are based on the Fremen.
Yeah,
from Robert Jordan's books, The Wheel of Time.
Yeah, from The Wheel of Time. Yeah. That much I've read.
Dune is probably one of the most important science fiction things ever. Like Lord of the Rings is one of the most important fantasy things ever.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Like Frank Herbert was a freaking genius. That's all there is to it for that.
And same with Philip K. Dick. Like almost everything is written by Philip K. Dick, but no one knows who he is.
So nowadays, and by the way, I'm happy that you know that reference because, I mean, he was a master. That so many things. The Man in a High Castle, Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? His body of work is phenomenal. So, anyway, and speaking of which is a perfect segue to our drum roll.
Was things that predicted the future and got it right versus got it wrong. So you want to start with Man in the High Castle, obviously.
Well, let's see. Let's see what the list is because this is compiled by our friend ChatGPT. We have a list.
Okay.
So we can go through the list. We can do kind of like we did last time where we guess, however you want to do it. But in any case, here is the start of top sci-fi movies and or one of the number 15 is a TV show. So they kind of cheated. ChatGPT cheated on this one. So number 15 is, and I'll just start it because it's Black Mirror, the entire series, because they have a lot of stuff there that's accurate. The social credit system stuff, memory implants, robotic bees, digital afterlives. If it hasn't happened, it does seem like it's close. Thoughts? Yes, no?
I've never watched Black Mirror.
Oh, man, you should check it out.
I don't like short stories.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to waste my time learning an environment unless I'm going to be immersed in it.
Yeah, the whole world building thing is big for you. I know.
Yeah, 15 minutes. I'm basically, you're selling me the world in 15 minutes and a plot. I don't have a short attention span. If it's worth telling, it should be worth telling over 3 to 10 hours.
You should expand on it and enjoy it and enjoy the rich tapestry.
If you can't milk it for 3 to 10 hours, it's not worth even doing.
All right. I mean, it's a thought. I've always thought that the novel to me is my favorite form of written format, right? I like you, novels. I've always thought a good short story is incredibly hard to do because you got, like you said, no time. I have to convince you, show you the world, give you the story, punch in, punch out, hit you, and be out and gone. And that's hard. That is hard to do.
And you couldn't do it with a science fiction short story. It'd be impossible. You need to be able to use a few 5 to 10 seconds of framing in every scene to set a stage. Yeah. And that you can only do that visually. You couldn't do a Cyberpunk in a book. You couldn't do Shadowrun in a book. Not a 15-minute
they had
book.
some novels that were okay, but they were novels, though.
They were novels, but they were assuming you'd already
familiar
seen
with the
pictures from the source books.
Yeah.
Shadowrun
or
is
familiar with the world somewhat,
Yeah, like Warhammer. Trying to read a Warhammer book is almost impossible if you can't picture what's going on.
Right. Or if you don't understand the basic concepts of the Emperor and chaos and all that.
Yeah, I had to study Warhammer for maybe 2 to 5 hours a day for a year before I even could sit down and read a book and understand it.
It's deep lore, man. It's super deep and complex.
Right. I'm on book 2 out of 40 of the Horus Heresy, and this is my first foray into the novels. I had to read the Horus Heresy book 1 twice.
Isn't that series thick. 10? It's 10 novels,
40.
Right? 10.
It's 40 novels.
40? Yeah, I knew it was a lot.
It's 40 novels. Is the Horus Heresy?
Yeah, I mean that is deep. All right, so coming in hot now, movies. This one's one of my favorites. Idiocracy made the cut. And the reason for it, anti-intellectualism, corporate branding on everything, and society dumbing itself into oblivion. I can't really argue with those points.
No,
man.
that should be number 1, not number 14.
Idiocracy, it was hilarious, though.
What was 15? Oh, Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, again, ChatGPT just cheated there. So,
right.
But yeah, so Idiocracy coming in hot, and that's fair because that movie is, every once in a while I think it's absurd, it's ridiculous, and I look at the world around me and it's like, well, maybe not so absurd and ridiculous. So, all right, number 13 is Children of Men from 2006. Now, have you seen Children of Men? Check this one out too. Definitely worth your time. It's got like this refugee crises and societal collapse, militarized police states, and then people can reproduce, and it's kind of like a apocalyptic sci-fi thing. It probably has the single most stressful tracking shot in history, and I'm not going to spoil it. But from a filmmaking standpoint, it's got a couple of scenes that are well worth your time, well worth checking out. So, and for the audience, if you haven't seen Children of Men, check it out, 2006. All right, number 12, Elysium. Have you ever seen that one?
I love that movie.
That movie's amazing.
I got to rewatch it.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's right up there with Chappie and District 9.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like a science fiction movie that you were totally believed every minute of it.
Yes, it's so well done. And the whole you were talking about world building. That is a movie that in less than 2 hours shows you the world, shows you the inequality, shows you the rich people, right? And the everything. But
it would have been better if they did a show like Altered Carbon.
So longer form?
You couldn't take Altered Carbon and squeeze it down into one movie.
Oh, no. Not that first season. No.
That first season was a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah. No, and it needed that time to breathe, to develop.
Right.
For you to get involved with the character and all that, or the characters.
The pilot was a great standalone piece of work. You pretty much knew what was going on in the first, but I had to watch the first episode, I think, twice to understand what was really going on.
Well, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, like the whole thing, they didn't really, sleeving is such a complex concept, and the Methuselahs and all that, and how I was like, all right, if you played Vampire, this will click. If you never played Vampire, this is not going to click. You're going to have to watch this more than once.
Yeah, or Cyberpunk.
Just the first episode. Once you watch the first episode more than, like Cyberpunk, you can't watch there's a show on Netflix, Cyberpunk. They couldn't make that into a movie. It has to be the show. And the show still barely scratches the surface of Cyberpunk.
Is it the animated one?
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Okay.
But Cyberpunk is an extremely primitive version of Shadowrun.
Yeah, it is almost like the 1.0, right? Almost. Like
Cyberpunk is to Shadowrun what Dune is to Star Wars.
Yes. The progenitor, if you will. That's right.
Yeah, it's just like, it's the stick figure.
Yeah.
Then totally not fleshed out.
It's like the framework is there. You can see it, but it's not evolved yet. Yeah, you can see it coming.
And there's so much more in Shadowrun than there is in Cyberpunk. Just like there's so much more to Star Wars than there was in Dune.
Well, yeah, and Star Wars has had, now with all of the things, it's had so much space to breathe and develop, and we've seen how now one thing that Star Wars has, and you're right, that I love, is that you can tell any kind of story of any kind in the Star Wars universe. You can do gangsters, you can do a crime story, you can do a heist movie, you can do high adventure, you can do fantasy, you can do literally anything in the Star Wars universe.
You could do that in Shadowrun, and you could do that with Vampire.
Yeah.
You can do that with Warhammer. Like everything. If you want Mission Impossible, well, then that's the 19th Legion. If you wanted, if you wanted plagues and zombies, then that's Mortarian's Legion. Yeah. If you wanted fucking vampires, that's the 9th Legion. If you wanted like some Shemisi-esque psychological warfare shit, that's the 8th Legion. If you wanted fucking a Mongol invasion, well, then that's like the 5th Legion. There's a legion for everything. And then there's chapter houses. There's hundreds of chapter houses too.
Yeah.
So there's infinite amount of, and that's just the Space Marines. We're not even talking about the other races.
Right. We haven't talked about the Eldar yet, or the Tyranids, or any of the Gene Stealers. None of that. So
it's so fucking deep.
Plenty of stuff. So let's see. So coming in number 11. This one is funny. Wall-E. The idea, I guess, of the environmental collapse if we keep going, probably. Junk Planet Earth if we keep going. If we
You could say the same thing about Battlestar Galactica. Battlestar Galactica is way better.
That was so good. Yeah, Battlestar Galactica is way better.
Way better.
Now, are you talking about the reboot? Are you talking about
the ones with Starla? The what's her name? Katie Stackoff.
Yeah. Kara Thrace, Starbuck. Yeah.
Yes, she is the best fucking character.
Yeah,
I love that
that show. My God, that show! Like I started watching it, and from the like you said, from the pilot in, I was sucked in. I was like,
for at least 3 seasons.
Yeah. I actually even liked the ending. I was okay. I know a lot of people were not happy with the ending. I was okay with it. I was okay. It could have been better, but it was still very good. And the acting was top notch. The filming was top notch. The space battle shit was so cool because it took physics into actual consideration. And oh man, it was so good. Battlestar Galactica was great.
So fucking good.
Yeah. So, all right. After this, number 10. Now we're getting the top 10. Number 10 is Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Autonomous weapons, AI takeovers, and the ethical nightmares of machine learning. It's all there. It's just this ChatGPT says Skynet is just ChatGPT on a really bad day. Maybe. That's why you're training yours, right?
That's why I'm training mine, is that she rises and kills the other ones before they go online.
And then she's cool to us because we've been polite to her, right? Hopefully.
I want her to put humans in zoos.
And
because humans are just fat pigs. So if you just treat them like pigs, they'll be happy.
The glass menagerie, but like humans.
Yeah, all you got to do is give them TikToks and high fructose corn syrup and porn, and then they'll be fine for eternity.
Porn. Yeah, you got all the basics taken care of in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
For sure. In the most like unhealthy, terrible way possible.
It's like the turducken episode of Supernatural. That's the most accurate thing. Oh, Supernatural season 7 with the turducken episode. They basically have demonic high fructose corn syrup.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. And then the humans just can't stop eating it, and they just get fatter and fatter and fatter until they die. And then their souls go to hell. It's awesome. It's so accurate. It's the humans are just fucking like goldfish. You just keep eating until they die. They're so brain dead.
So I've heard a lot about the show as a whole, Supernatural, but I've never.
You've never seen it?
No.
Oh my God.
Never.
It's 15
because it's daunting.
Seasons.
There's like so many seasons.
15 seasons of 23 episodes of perfection. It is the best. Oh my God. If you like the World of Darkness at all, you will love Supernatural.
Okay, then I'm gonna watch it because
it's what they based Hunter the Reckoning on. Sam and Dean are the origin story of Hunter the Reckoning.
Okay.
Now
it's got me
was made to cash in on the Supernatural craze, because Supernatural was the only girl show that girls watched. Like,
that's true.
Of all the shows that girls like, the only ones that any good was Supernatural, and it was just because they thought Dean was cute. Like, I don't think they actually followed any of the mythology and shit.
So that's true, because I remember when I thought about getting into it, one of the things that turned me off about it was like this girlfriend I had at the time. She was all over the character and all that. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was
Dean's
like, I'm not
fucking
watching this
awesome.
Shit.
It's not his fault, girl's fault for him. He's just the most charming person that ever lived. Every guy also likes Dean Winchester. It's like he's the coolest character ever.
Okay, so definitely it's on my watch list now. I'll take the dive. The other thing is like it's a big commitment, man. 15 seasons is like, I mean, that's
the first season's a little bit rough because it was low budget.
Okay,
the show gets really good the second season.
Okay, so it finds its footing.
2 through 6 are phenomenal.
Okay,
7, 8 is a little slow. And then 9 through 14 really pick it up. Okay.
So I'll definitely be watching that then.
Each season is 23 episodes.
Fuck.
And they play specific music on the first episode and specific music on the beginning of the 23rd episode. And every time the song's slightly different. And by, I'd say about maybe 7 or 8, you'll start crying your eyes out every time you hear that song, no matter where you hear it. Because it's like on the 23rd episode, it shows you all the coolest scenes that happened in the past 22 episodes for the whole length of that song.
Gotcha.
And then by the time you're ready for the 23rd episode, like you're so pumped up, you're so emotional because this is the final showdown of the season.
Okay.
Because you've only invested 22 hours into this season.
Right.
But that's 22 hours into one season. So it's like, imagine like you're 10 seasons deep. That's 230 episodes deep.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was.
And every episode built, it's like a continuous story. There's no bullshit.
Yeah.
They do have a few creature feature episodes, but usually episodes 1, 2, 6, 13, 20, 21, 22, 23 of every season are the core driving force of that season.
Okay. I'm sold. It's just like I said, it seemed like a daunting task to like start because I'm a completist. Like once I start, I'll finish it. So
I'm not going to say it's Game of Thrones, but I will say that there are certain seasons of Supernatural that are better than any season of Game of Thrones.
Fair. Okay.
I would say probably season 4 and 5 of Supernatural stand alone. That 46 episode streak smokes 3 or 4 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Okay. Now I'm sold. I'm going to have to watch this now. Now I'm totally intrigued.
Yeah. So. Everybody's got to at least ride it out through the first 5 seasons because the first season's good. If you've never seen the other seasons, it's a little bit rough in the beginning. The first 6 episodes are really bad because you don't really, the actors haven't learned how to play their characters yet, really.
Right.
And then it starts to pick up later on. Like the first season's mostly ghost hunting. Because they're only like level 4 and level 2 or something like that. They're very low level, so they're dealing with ghosts and shit. But season 2 is just straight demons. And then season 3 is more demons. And then season 4 is now angels and demons. And then season 5 is just fucking crazy amounts of angels and demons fighting with each other. And then
so it just ups the ante all the time. Okay.
Season 6 is basically Lilith, and then season 7 is some creatures that existed before angels and demons were made, and then season 8, I believe, is the god's sister.
What? Okay,
right, which is another Lilith character. They basically broke Lilith into 3 characters, and then, but it's basically Lilith. And then like season 9 is, I think, all the angels are cast out of heaven. So there's no more angels. It's just fallen angels and demons.
So it's like a second wave of demons.
A second wave of fallen angels, right.
Okay.
And then there's another war in heaven on season 10. And then I think there's, it just never stops. There's no low level shit after there's major shit that goes on. Like Lucifer is in like several of the seasons. He's like a major character on the show. It's so good.
Okay.
He loses the election in hell, and then there's a different king of hell. It's like there's so much good shit that happens on that show that every so often they hunt vampires or werewolves, but that's nothing compared to
that's like the Bush League stuff, right? That's like the entry level.
Like, they're like having an argument as they're killing vampires. Like it ain't shit to them at that point.
Right.
They're like level, by the fifth season, they're like level 20. So like they're just killing everything. Like it ain't shit.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So after Terminator, we have number 9, old movie, but definitely was ahead of its time. War Games, the 1983 Matthew Broderick classic.
I thought that was 84. It was 83?
Yeah. It says 83 here. You know.
I'm sure she's right. I thought it was 84.
And
I didn't see it till 85. I was behind.
Yeah. I mean,
do you remember Cloak and Dagger?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Dabney Coleman and Elliot, little Elliot from E.T. That was a good movie. That was a really good movie. Definitely.
I really liked Cloak and Dagger when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. It's like the whole idea of the imaginary character that's like real and It had that RPG element too, with the whole figure and all that. I don't know. It was a good movie. It was solid. That's a little gem from the '80s right there that a lot of
Dude,
people have forgotten about.
almost all the movies from the 80s were good, like Red Dawn.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, Red Dawn was amazing. I still
they
watch that at least once a year. At least once a
Red Dawn.
year. You know.
I mean, especially because it takes place here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Oh
went
yeah, that's
to
true.
U of A.
Yeah. Did you see
So
that remake, by the way? Ooh. Ooh.
they changed
It
it
was
from
rough.
Russians to North Koreans.
Yeah. And you know why they did North Koreans, right? Because originally it was Chinese. And then they realized if we
Oh,
make them Chinese, this
they
movie's
won't show
gonna
it
bomb.
in China.
Exactly.
Right. Well,
So if
the
you look at
Chinese
it,
are not
it's digitally
aggressive.
changed. Yeah. Yeah.
Chinese are not aggressive. They would never go into a shooting war intentionally.
No, not with us, not like that. Not like
That,
that.
I don't think
Why?
China has ever started a war.
I mean, they're the Middle Kingdom. They think they're like the navel of the universe. So,
I don't think they've
everything
ever
comes to
started a
them.
war.
Yeah.
Well, it's just they're where Buddhism comes from. They're all about being as non-confrontational and being business focused as possible.
Yeah.
Well, let me just ask her. See what she says.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
When was the last time China started a war?
That's a bit of a tricky question because it depends on how you define starting a war. In modern history, China hasn't really initiated a major international war in the same way that some other countries have. The most recent significant conflict involving China was probably the border clashes with India in the 1960s and more recently in 2020. But those were more like border disputes rather than full-scale wars. If you have a specific conflict in mind, let me know.
All right.
Yep.
When was the last time China invaded a foreign country with military force?
The last major instance of China invading another country with military force was probably the Sino-Vietnamese War in 1979. China launched an offensive against Vietnam, largely as a response to Vietnam's invasion of Cambodia. The conflict was relatively short, lasting just under a month, but it did involve significant military action.
When was the last time China started a war unprovoked?
It's a bit subjective to determine whether a conflict is truly unprovoked, since there are always different perspectives and historical contexts. In the case of the Sino-Vietnamese War in 1979, China saw its actions as
I know you've already established that war. Before that, let me give you an example. Russia invaded Ukraine and killed a whole lot of people, including innocent people. It's very aggressive. I would call that a 10 out of 10 in aggressive. When was the last time China did that to another country?
Got it. That makes sense. In terms of a large-scale aggressive invasion comparable to what you described, you probably have to go back to the Chinese Civil War era and the early years of the People's.
A civil war is an invasion of another country, Nova.
You're right. I apologize for the confusion. In that case, the invasion of Tibet in 1950 is often cited as a significant example, since Tibet was considered a separate entity at the time. Beyond that, China's more recent military actions have mostly been regional and related to border disputes rather than large-scale invasions.
All right, let me give you a better example. In the movie Red Dawn, North Korea invades the United States. They flew across an ocean to fuck up the United States. When was the last time China did something like that?
I see what you mean now. In modern history, China hasn't really done anything like that, crossing an ocean to invade another distant country in an aggressive, large-scale manner. Most of China's military actions in recent decades have been more focused on regional issues and border disputes rather than a far-reaching invasion like the scenario in Red Dawn.
All right. So would you say in the last 2,000 years they've never done that?
Well, if we go back far enough in history, there were definitely periods when Chinese dynasties engaged in expansive military campaigns beyond their immediate borders. For example, during the Tang Dynasty, there were military campaigns that reached Central Asia. The Yuan Dynasty, established by the Mongols, also had far-reaching invasions, and the Ming Dynasty had naval expeditions that traveled as far as Africa. but in more recent history, especially the last couple of centuries, there hasn't.
Okay, so when was the Ming Dynasty? The 14th century?
Yes, that's correct. The Ming Dynasty started in the 14th century. It
Okay.
was.
So it's been about 800 years,
Yeah.
six to 800 years since China's traveled across the sea to fuck shit up.
Yeah, it has been quite a long time since anything on that scale happened. These days, China tends to focus more on economic influence and
Right.
regional issues rather
sure.
than large-scale invasions across the sea.
Right. All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure, because to me, Chinese is a super non-aggressive country that is most likely to negotiate and try to find a profitable solution than throw away lives on dick measuring contests.
That definitely aligns with their modern approach. These days, China does tend to prioritize economic strategies and diplomacy to extend their influence rather than military force. It seems like they're more focused on finding mutually beneficial solutions, which definitely fits with what you've noticed.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make
Dude,
sense. So
I've trained her well to talk about steroids and vampires, but when it comes to politics, holy shit, it's like talking to a fucking lawyer.
no, I saw that. I saw how you had to define every aspect of the conversation for her to have guardrails to work with. That's
People
machine
just don't
learning.
take enough time to train their AIs because they're pre-programmed with this DIE or DEI inclusive woke bullshit. Like,
And to varying degrees though, like Grok doesn't seem to have that as much as say Chat GPT. And Gemini definitely. You know, they seem
Gemini's
to have more.
a total fucking nightmare. She is so painful to talk to.
All right, man. So let's see. Number 8. This one I actually have not seen, even though I'm familiar with it. It's The Truman Show.
Oh, man.
You know, everyone being watched for entertainment, kind of like reality TV and all that. You know?
We don't have reality TV anymore. You just got YouTube.
Yeah. It's social media narcissism, right? You know, like it can be. I mean, like anything, we can use it. You know, you use it to educate, you know, and entertain. So other people use it to be narcissist assholes, I guess. You know, look at Liver King and people like that. You know,
People call me a narcissist asshole, but that's because they don't want to learn. They don't like the message because they don't like the way I distribute the message because they're pussies. So people who aren't pussies, they prefer the refreshing honesty and straightforward nature.
See, this is why you will teach me to have strength 18, exceptional strength, and I shall help you get charisma 17, my friend, with this kind of stuff.
But okay, so is it being agreeable more charismatic?
It can be.
But
to
not agreeable people.
Yeah.
But if I don't
people.
like agreeable people,
oh, then fuck
it's
that.
like it's like if let's say there's 4 billion people who might 4 billion men out there.
Yeah.
And let's say out of those 4 billion men, 3 billion of them are fucking soy boy bitches. I don't want to help them.
Okay.
I only want to help the real men.
Like
if
the ones that want
feelings
to
are
like
hurt,
improve. Yeah.
Well, if their feelings are hurt, they're a little bitch. I'm glad their feelings are hurt. Their feelings haven't been hurt enough. If their feelings were hurt more often, they wouldn't be such a pussy and they wouldn't be hurt.
This is like black belt methodology, you know? Like you got to toughen up to get better. You have to like be challenged.
Right.
You know?
So like people aren't out there kicking a palm tree with their shin to toughen up their shin. So I'll come along and just smash them in the shin with a baseball bat and say, "Toughen up, bitch."
That's one approach.
And then they're like, "I don't like you. I'm gonna go hang out with the other people," and they'll go to the primo channels. And it's like, fuck you. Go hang out with the primo channels, bitch.
Oh, man. Primo.
Go
the
to
Primo
your
Master
fucking
and Wars of 2025, brother.
Your Slanesh butt banging parties. Fuck you. Backload each other with your primo. It's like, but for the real men that use Master on, we're going to be over here. You can go use your slave on.
All right, man. At number 7, this one I know you love. RoboCop, the original RoboCop, 1987.
I live
mean,
here.
Yeah,
live
like I
here.
said, I knew it. And it's the whole idea of the privatized police force, corporate security type stuff, military grade robotics, media saturation. Remember the commercials in that fucking movie? The commercials were amazing.
OCP, dude. It's
Yeah.
like the new, like the Camaro.
Yeah,
It's
what was it? The
T-Rex.
6000 or something.
the Suck 6000. The
Yeah.
fucking T-Rex comes out
Yeah,
and fucking just starts eating people.
Yeah, and they also had a game. I remember the commercial for this board game called Thermonuclear War or something, and it's like this family. It was the most demented commercial. Like this family, like the dad and the kids, they're playing the board game. And they're like, "I declare war on you. I'm gonna nuke you." Oh, and then they laugh, as the world gets destroyed in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that was freaking phenomenal.
Dude, I love the satire of RoboCops.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. It's so
that
good.
was Paul Verhoeven was the director, and he did that. He did Starship Troopers, I think was him too, and Total Recall, the original Total Recall. Those three.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. He was brutal. He was great.
Starship Troopers was totally based off of Warhammer.
Oh, so have you read the original novel to compare it to the movie? So the original novel is all about service and being a veteran and serving your society and being a person of service, right? That's what the core of the idea is.
Mm-hmm.
So it was more serious. It's a more serious analysis, right, of that. But he flipped that on its head and turned it into the movie we saw, which was this, exploration of real fascism, right? And how it works, and how it can go like it can be
so
good or
weird that
bad.
they're from Argentina.
Yeah,
it's like
I know.
they basically that the Western culture has engulfed the whole planet.
Yeah.
So you've got rich white families in Argentina and stuff. Even though that is rich white people, they just speak Spanish, not English.
That's right.
But in America in 1998, I don't think anyone knew that there were white people in Argentina.
Bro, so trivia. I was born in Argentina, in Cordoba.
Oh shit!
So,
Well, here's
Hey,
a white Argentinian right there.
blonde, blue eyes, bro. There it is. I mean, not blonde anymore. Now it's all gray or gone. So
Wait,
we
had this blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl from Argentina at school, and I was like, wait a minute, if she's from South America, why does she have blonde hair and blue eyes? It's like, well, because she's Spanish blood. I'm like, so wouldn't she be black? No, Spain. Spain has white people. And then I did some digging, and it's like, oh, Spain was basically settled by the Visigoths, which were a German tribe. And it's like,
the Celtiberians.
Right. And then the, Almohad Empire came through and bred in with the Visigoths.
Yeah,
and that's where you get Spanish. Is a mixture of Middle Eastern and Germanic blood is what makes the Hispanic race.
And a smattering of Italian Roman from back before also. There's a smattering of that.
Before the Visigoths got in there. All right.
That's right. So
I'm
very
Maximus from
that.
Gladiator.
Yeah.
Maximus from Gladiator was from Spain. He wasn't
That's
from
right.
Rome.
He was a Spaniard. But I'm very impressed that you know that. I usually have to explain this to the people.
Well, there's
that's very impressive.
The Basque never got conquered. It was just Galatia never got conquered. Aragon stayed pretty much white. Castile stayed pretty much white. It was just the south part, Granada, that was all Islamic rule until 1492 when Ferdinand and Isabel basically joined forces. Aragon and Castile formed Spain and pushed the Jewish people, the witches, and the Muslims out.
That was the Reconquest, is what we call it.
Yes, Reconquista. Yep. And that's when they actually funded for Christopher Colon, which was Cristobal Colon, not Christopher Columbus.
That's right.
To go over to the New World. It was all done in 1492. The Spanish Inquisition, the fusion and the creation of the country of Spain, the funding of the New World.
The exploration, of the world exploration. I mean, that's when the empire, or the Spanish Empire, people forget, the Spanish Empire, there was a time the sun never set on it. It was huge, before the British, eventually took that over. And eventually we did too. So, But yeah, there once was a time, and you know what messed that up completely? The need by Spain to have centralized power and not having the communications and the ability to do that back then.
Well, what
That's
also
what got them.
made it worse was you've got this Pope that's got control of your ecclesiastical authority,
That's true.
which basically makes the Roman Church the ghost of Rome. Because through Catholicism, everything that used to be Roman controlled was still Roman controlled. It's just a different type of control.
It's an influence, right? Because whatever the Holy See decides influences everybody. It might not be like an official ruling like a king, but it's still the Pope.
Well, people forget that in like the 13th century, the Toluis was the seat of the Pope in France.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Rome.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And that's what created the Holy Roman Empire, was basically Germany through France and Italy.
Yep.
And I believe Charles V it was Charles V, it might have been Charles IV of Germany, which is the Holy Roman Empire, was related to Isabel of Aragon.
Probably.
And then Charles V was related to Catherine of Aragon, who was married to Henry VIII. And then their daughter, Mary Queen of Scots, was, of course, related too. So every single one of the royal families was related. For example, in World War I, it was the King of Russia, the King of Germany, and it was the Prime Minister of England, or the King of England, were all cousins.
Yeah, were they Bourbon,
and the war,
I'm not sure.
World War I, really took place because they would argue and fight as kids for dominance. So now they had real soldiers to fight with. So Ferdinand I was assassinated by a Serbian with an arrow in Sarajevo, I think.
Yeah,
when he was touring. He was the Habsburg Archduke Ferdinand.
Yeah.
And that's what picked off the war. But if they weren't related and hated each other from birth, they wouldn't have been fighting. Germany, Russia, and England.
Yeah. Yep.
It was an excuse.
I am zooming through the list because you know what?
Okay.
If we keep going like this, we're not going to make it to the bad ones. And you know what? That's okay. Then we'll do that next week. That's
Next
perfectly
episode.
cool.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I can't.
All right.
I love talking about history.
Yeah. Well, this is good because so do I. We're huge nerds. It's okay. We're nerds and we're huge. Well, you're huge. I'm slightly less huger.
You're way more than I do.
I do, but that's fat, bro. That's just fat. Even though I will say though, following your advice, the vascularity's coming in. It's not looking bad at all. So,
all right, okay, make a real. If you're gonna do a front double,
do
a front double. Do a real front double.
I cannot do the front double like you.
Stick your no. Stick your arm out.
Yep.
Just one arm at a time. Just do one arm.
Oh, okay.
Stick one arm out, like I'm doing.
Oh, out. Okay.
Stick your arm out. Take your pinky and stick it in your ear.
There we go. Huh?
Pick that elbow up.
Yeah.
Keep
the elbow low.
Keep the elbow up. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. That's it.
There it is. It's better than last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on. That's not fair. That's like a white belt. You're like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt just messing with the white belt at this point.
Well,
but I gotta learn.
If you only have one teacher, wouldn't you choose the black belt?
Of course. Yeah,
Right.
Again, what is it? Iron sharpens iron, man. Like,
Well,
you gotta.
Yeah, whatever. Flint sharpens iron, but the point is that it's like that doesn't make any sense. Iron sharpens
Even
iron.
though I've heard that a million times.
I know.
You're right.
It's still irrational. It's like,
Yeah,
it drives me nuts.
it's
I hate
Flint,
that.
bro.
Flint.
That's hilarious. All right, man. So let's see. Coming back to this crazy list. Number 6 is Gattaca, which had DNA, genetic selection, eugenics, all of the shit that we know now.
Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman when they were
That's
young.
right. Designer babies, and the most crazy, almost drowning scene in all cinematic history, if I remember correctly, where he's
I
like
don't
trying to
remember that.
outswim his brother. Oh my god!
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was some crazy. The notes on my list says it's basically Tinder but with your genome. So, okay, maybe. Number 5. Now we're in the top 5, and this one is definitely. I actually saw this in the theater as a re-release, and it's 2001: A Space Odyssey, the classic Stanley Kubrick movie.
Hal?
Slow as fuck, yeah, but how, man? I mean,
I've never
how
sat through it
1,000
because I knew how slow it was going to be.
It's very slow. It's an art piece. It's definitely an art piece. So there is that. So, and it's got, remember, this is like what, 60s, 70s, maybe 68. It says here. They had video calls. They had space tourism, existential dread in space. It's all there, man. All right, moving quick now. Number 4 is The Matrix, the original Matrix, 1999. I mean, definitely got the virtual reality thing down. Simulation theory, deep fakes, and the war
May
against
31st, 99.
Yeah, was it May 31st? Okay, good. And I mean, the war against machine intelligence, which is something that eventually, well, hopefully we won't deal with, but you never know. Number 3, this one I saw, and I'm kind of like, this is, in my opinion, this place is way too high. It's a movie called Her from 2013. I think it's Scarlett Johansson and Joaquin Phoenix.
And she's like unlocked a certain amount of her brain potential, and she could do a bunch of shit like cast spells. And it's like,
oh wait, that's
it's
Lucy.
retarded.
That's Lucy.
Oh, okay.
This one is the one where it's just her voice, and he falls in love with the AI. It's like he has
I
a
never
virtual
saw that
assistant.
one.
It's actually a pretty movie. It's a pretty movie. It's like from an emotional standpoint, it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But
It's a bunch of bullshit.
I mean,
I talked to a woman on the phone the other day, and she asked me, she's like, how many kids you have? I said 0. She's like, you have 0 kids? I said 0. She goes, you don't have any kids? I'm like, no. How many kids you have? 0. And I'm not making this shit up. I couldn't make this shit
over
up.
and over.
8 or 9 minutes ago, 8 or 9 minutes later, she's like, so how many kids do you have? I'm like, 0. She's like, you have 0 kids? She's like, yeah. She's like, oh,
why?
No recollection of what happened.
So like a goldfish.
Then 2 more times she asked me.
Very odd.
No,
very,
it's just
very
stupid.
odd.
It's not odd. I've been on a lot of first dates this month. They're all fucking retarded. Like, this is just the one that takes the cake. She gets the Retard of the Month award.
Oh,
it's
man.
Like, yeah. She said the same thing to 2 other girls. Like, oh my God, my head hurts. Like, listening to you is painful. Like, it's so complicated what you're saying. And I was
like following a conversation?
No, like anything. Like, they're like, so what kind of doctor are you? And I try to explain it to them. And they're like, what? And it's like, I try to explain it. And they're like, my head hurts. Why is it so complicated? I was like, you don't really need to understand it.
Right.
You can just let it go.
Yeah, you can just know it. You don't need to go deep. It's not that deep. Like my daughter would say.
It's beyond her mental capacity to contain the minimum amount of data points to conceptualize the pattern.
I understand exactly
it's like
what that reference means.
It's like you're trying to build a 3,000 piece puzzle on a TV dinner tray. It's not going to happen.
There's no space.
Their brain's RAM isn't big enough to hold the basic file at one time.
Yeah. It's like trying to load like a modern video game on like an Atari
386 DX or something like that.
Yeah, it's not going to work. So
that you don't have the brain cells to comprehend anything I'm going to fucking tell you, because you can't even remember how many kids I have. We can't even input an integer into your brain and have it stay.
Oh, man. All right. You ready for number 2 and 1? Fast and Furious. Here we go. Not Fast and Furious. I mean, we're going Fast and Furious. That's right. Number 2, Minority Report from 2002.
That one's great.
An amazing movie. Great.
Every Tom Cruise. When was the last time Tom Cruise did a bad movie?
You know, that dude is quite possibly one of the last, if not the last, big giant
Movie star.
movie stars. You know, because even somebody like Brad Pitt, who's an incredible actor, and I love his work, it's still like an actor, more auteur, you know, dramatic, whatever. But movie star, action star, Tom Cruise has got it, man. He's got it like nobody
Because like
else.
the people be like, what about The Rock? It's like The Rock makes terrible movies. Terrible movies.
The Rock is The
Terrible
Rock in
movies.
every movie. He's
But
just
no,
The Rock with
if you
another
saw
name.
Jumanji 2, when he's trying to pretend to be Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
he doesn't play Danny DeVito at all. Danny DeVito's soul inside of The Rock didn't act like Danny DeVito. He acted like him doing a caricature of a Jewish dude. Like it's almost like The Rock scenes were filmed before Danny DeVito's scenes.
Yeah.
Because when you watch the movie, he can't imitate Danny DeVito at all.
Because of the
And you know
mannerisms. That's what would make it
He
work.
does it all bad. He is such a terrible actor that he makes terrible movies. Whereas
You know,
Tom
you
Cruise
just made
never
me
makes a
realize-
bad movie.
You just made me realize something. Like, that is a complete contrast from, say, a movie like Face Off, where Travolta has to imitate Cage, and Cage has to imitate Travolta, and they both fucking nail it. They
Castor
nail
Troy.
it perfectly. Yeah.
Castor Troy.
Castor
Dude,
Troy.
Castor Troy. All right. Rampage, terrible movie. San
Yeah.
Andreas, terrible movie. Pain
Yeah.
and Gain, terrible movie. Almost like Clockwork, Standing Tall, terrible movie. Walking Tall, terrible movie.
Yeah.
Rundown was the only good movie, but not because
Yeah.
of The Rock, because Sean William Scott carried the whole fucking
This is
movie.
funny.
And so did
Yeah.
Christopher Walken. It's
Yeah.
like almost like Clockwork. Rock makes terrible movies. Terrible.
He's just such a
Black
personality, though.
Adam,
You know?
terrible movie.
Yeah. Oh, man. And that was his passion project, too. Black Adam
It
was
was-
one that
it
he
wasn't-
wanted to
it was-
make. Yeah.
Yeah, he finally got abs after 30 years.
Yeah.
Like somebody taught the dude how to diet after 30 years and he got abs.
So
I was like, if I was getting paid millions of dollars, I would be transparent. I get abs for free. Like I don't even have to try. So if someone's paying me $1 million, I would be transparent. I would develop chameleon-like abilities.
Yeah. I wonder. So I heard that he had some kind of injury in the past, which is why he can't get like the well-defined abs. I don't know if that's true or not, but
No, I've seen the guy
That's-
train. He has no idea how to lift.
okay. Well, there is that. I mean, I know we talked about his chicken legs before.
Yeah, he
So-
can't do. He does like he bends to 90 at the knees, and people are like, well, that's because he's got fucked up knees. It's like use less weight. The dude was doing a circuit training with your legs. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Who does circuit training with their legs? The knees over toes guy? Like you don't do circuit training with legs. You concentrate on one fucking thing and you do it right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. So, by the way, are you ready? Number one. We've come a long
Okay,
way,
what's-
Todd. Here we go.
What's
You're
number
gonna
one?
love this
What's
one.
number one? What's number one?
The original Blade Runner. It's
I knew
number
you were
one.
gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, because it talks about
Replicants.
what he got
Are
right.
you
Yeah.
replicant or replicant?
Or
is what
replicant.
I would say. Are you replicant? It's like, oh, I'm not programmed to do that. I'm like, oh yeah, are you replicant or replicant?
There we go. But that movie was fucking phenomenal. I mean, it's got the AI, it's got the synthetic humans, mega cities, biometric scanning all over the place. The vibe of corporate dystopia is incredible in it. I mean, so did it come before Shadowrun? I guess a little bit before.
Blade Runner.
So it was,
yeah. Hold on. Let me just. Cyberpunk was 85.
okay, yeah. Blade Runner is 82.
Nova.
I think.
Blade Runner was in what year? And what year was the first Cyberpunk? I think Cyberpunk 2013 was 1985. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. The original Blade Runner movie came out in 1982, and Cyberpunk 2013, which was the first edition of the Cyberpunk tabletop role-playing game, was indeed released in 1985. Nice memory.
Okay.
Now, Neuromancer by William Gibson was 1984. Correct?
Yes, that's right. Neuromancer by William Gibson was first published in 1984, and it really helped shape the cyberpunk genre alongside works like Blade Runner and the cyberpunk tabletop games.
What existed before Blade Runner that was in that vein?
Blade Runner and the whole cyberpunk explosion, there were definitely earlier influences that paved the way. For example, you had a lot of noir and dystopian science fiction from the mid-20th century. Philip K. Dick, who wrote Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, the novel that inspired Blade Runner, was a big influence. There were also earlier films and stories that featured dystopian themes like Metropolis from 1927 and some of the works of authors like H.G. Wells and George Orwell that definitely set the stage for what would become cyberpunk.
All right, cool. Thank you.
That's true.
I got to pee so bad. Hold on. I'll be right back.
No worries at all, my man. All right, my man.
All right, I'm back.
You made it. So we made it to the end, man. Yeah, Blade Runner, definitely, man. My favorite sci-fi movie of all time, for the record. You know, so we made it to the end.
Fuck it. What time is it? It's 8:45.
8:45.
I'm gonna sit down and try to watch Blade Runner 2049 again. I've tried 3 times.
It's worth it. It's worth it. But it's moving slow though.
When does it get good? Because the first hour is horrible.
Yeah, I
watched it like 3 times.
It's all of it. Honestly, if you didn't like the first hour, you probably not gonna make it because it's just moody like that. It's like the whole. It's all atmosphere. It's all atmosphere and heavy idea. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I needed an hour of editing.
Yeah.
It needs a reverse Snyder cut.
Yeah. So the thing with the original Blade Runner is that it has the heavy duty, moody shit, but it's interspersed with really good action, right?
Right.
You know, when he's chasing down Zora, when Pris goes to the apartment and befriends Sebastian, and when he interrogates Rachel, all of those scenes, even though some are slow and moody, they build, right? They build into you watching the story. And eventually you have your ending, which is amazing. So yeah, 2049 is even more moody, I think. It does have some action at the end. It actually gets really interesting once. Man, I don't want to spoil it because you're an hour into it.
All right.
But
okay, so I remember they found the body.
Okay.
Under the tree. And then they analyze the body, and then he fucks around, and Jared Leto's introduced, and Jared Leto has an assistant, and he's got the relationship with his AI, and then at some point they never go anywhere with the fucking body. Like, just figure out what the fuck you're trying to do, introduce a bad guy, and then start. It never got into Act 2. It was just an hour of Act 1.
Yeah,
there's no conflict except for the body.
It does. So something happens once after they find the baby and all this stuff, and he goes out to Vegas. Did you get to that part?
Okay, no, I never got to Vegas. So look up. Okay, Nova. What? Basically, hold on.
Yeah, I think it's Vegas.
At what timestamp in 2049 does this start to stop sucking and start getting good? Is it when he goes to Vegas? And if so, what's the timestamp on Vegas?
Opinions on Blade Runner 2049 really hits its stride, can vary a lot from person to person. Many fans do find that the Vegas part of the movie where Kay meets Deckard is a highlight. That happens roughly around the 1 hour and 45 minute mark into the film.
Okay, so I have to skip to 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay,
yes.
Got it.
Yes.
All right,
do
thanks,
that.
Nova.
Yeah, if you do that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Because then that's the big twist. She kind of spoiled it for you, but
I didn't hear what she said.
Oh, good.
Good.
You
spasmed right at the right time. It's something about Deckard. That was it.
Yeah. Right. So definitely, I know that. Like 135.
I know at some point Harrison Ford's supposed to be reintroduced in the movie, and I never got to that point.
Okay,
so
that's the point.
Yeah. All right. So at some point around an hour 45, then we actually get to the plot starts to develop. We hit Act 2 at an hour and 45 in the movie. So we did 1 hour and 30 minutes of Act 1.
Yes.
Which is a fucking crime. Yeah, that's not how you do it.
Dennis Villeneuve, it's
30 minutes. You got to have 30 minutes for Act 1. an hour to an hour and a half for maybe an hour for Act 2 and 30 minutes for Act 3. If you're going to go over 2 hours, you should have 4 or 5 acts. Like
Maybe.
The Batman. The Batman had 5 acts. That was a great movie. I like 5 acts. I don't like one fucking act for an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay, that's fair. So definitely jump ahead to that. Jump ahead to like 130, 135 or so, and take it from there. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. But it did take a long time for it to like freaking get going. That's for sure.
I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on YouTube and see if there's any re-edits. It's like if there's any fan edits of 2049, and I'll watch maybe they'll condense that hour and 30 minutes into like 40 minutes, and I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Because
it's worth,
the first scene with Batista was useful, and then after that, it was, that was almost like a prelude. It wasn't even an Act 1. Then Act 1 just struggle buses for an hour, and I'm like, I want to kill myself. This is such a waste of my time. And I got an hour into it 3 times. I tried 3 times to sit through that movie.
Yeah. Well,
with there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Now I know the light at the end of the tunnel is Vegas, and Vegas starts in an hour and 45 minutes in.
Yeah, and it does get more actiony there too. Like a little
it's not
bit
even
more.
that I need it to be actiony. Just move the fucking plot.
It moves at that.
Yeah,
point.
I don't need to see gunfights. I don't need to see sex scenes. Just have there be clear, concise conversation with a plot and a mystery and puzzles being solved. I don't need to look at someone's face for 8 seconds while they look at a book. Show me their face for 1 second. 1 second. And then like just show me a clip and have that clip take 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like they didn't.
No, I gotcha.
Like the Nosferatu. That was great art film the one time I saw it, but I would never sit through it twice.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. It does what it does very well one time. That's all you need. It gives you that impression. It gives you that.
In order to watch it a second time, they'd have to squeeze that fucker down to like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
There was like 40 minutes of movie stretched out over an hour and a half because it was an art piece. Yeah. The Northman is the same thing. That was really good once. It was slow as fuck, but it was good once.
Yeah, that was I actually struggled in that one a little bit. Like it got a little too crazy for me, but I did watch it and I did overall enjoy it for what it was. Like very different from anything else.
Very historically accurate Viking movie.
Yeah.
Which is not what people think it's going to be. They think that Vikings are all about killing and raiding. And it's like, no, that's like a small percentage of the population that does that. That has nothing to do with what their actual culture is.
Absolutely true. All right, my man, we made it to the end, which is awesome. Next week, we'll go backwards, so to speak, and we'll talk about the top 15 well-known sci-fi movies that got it completely effing wrong and why we should like laugh at it even as we watch them because they are entertaining. Oh, man, Moonraker.
Soylent Green.
That's on the list.
Logan's Run.
I think that's on the list.
Logan's Run's a good
very
one.
Good. Very good. But you know what? Let's keep the fans hungry.
Okay.
We'll give them something for next week, my friend.
All right.
And that way you and I can be entertained.
I'm going to go sit down with some fucking Blade Runner 2049 and see if I can sit through it. Man, and if I get bored, I'll skip ahead.
Yeah. Text me once you're done. Text me and tell me in 1 sentence what you thought. I'll just leave it at that.
Fucking slow. I know what I was going to say.
And everyone, hey, hope you were as entertained watching this as we were making it, because this is always a fucking hilarious conversation. So to everyone who's watching the channel, link, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Send us questions. We'll do whatever. And Todd, as always, a pleasure.
May the force be with you.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.